Hi, good people. How you doing? Dickens Ngicho here, and I'm glad to sit down today and activate this YouTube channel that I've been wanting to share great stories and nice things that I'm doing, that I've been doing, that I ever did, and those that I still want to do. So, for those who are coming here today for the first time, my name is Dickens Ngicho. I'm a journalist by training. I have practiced, I still practice. I've been attached to 2 or 3 media houses in Kenya. Those that I have worked with, I have worked with Nation Media Group for close to 5 years. I worked with Nation for a year, then went to Tuko for 2 weeks as I was an intern at Nation Media Group, and I got taught by Tuko for 2 weeks, and then Nation countered, and then I had to come back to my desk. And I must say that the only month or the only time in my career that I ever received 2 salaries from 2 companies. I don't know, it happened so quick, and I worked with Nation, I worked with the Tuko. Anyway, I'm here today. I want to share with you something that I feel so dear about, something that happened to me about 10 years ago. So most of those who know me, let me say most of those who know me, because I am no popular person. Those who know me, I've always shared with you that I was born in Majengo, raised up there from when I was born till class 7, class 6. Now this is the time when I lost my mom, and when first lost my dad, the difference in time of passing. When my dad and mom passed, the difference is about 4 years. So my dad passed when we would spend most of our time in the countryside, and now when he died, mom took us back to Nairobi and to Majengo, and because she was a great business lady, small scale business lady, was passionate about business in her own small capacities. We came back to Nairobi, and my dad died when I was class 2. So from standard 2 to 7, I was living, my brother Kevin and I were living with my mom in Majengo, and I would help her, with all those kind of businesses she was doing. And that's no story for today. So when she died, my brother and I had to go back to the countryside, and it was not the responsibility of our relatives. It was the responsibility of our relations to take care of us and help us grow and become people who depend on their own or be self-sufficient. So we went back to the countryside. I was in standard 6. My brother Kevin was standard 2. We went to Homa Bay. We first stayed with my grandmother, and then to Homa Bay. And I said this is not straight for today. I wanted to share with you about how after getting done with high school, I came back to Nairobi, and essentially when I was done with high school, I wanted to join media school, university, or college that was training in media, but especially the University of Nairobi. Though my uncle, who I understand didn't believe that it is possible to get employed without having to get connected or get a godfather in an organization who would help you do that. He denied me this opportunity to go to a media school and train as a journalist. So he told me that he only would have loved that I attend teachers training college, and because I didn't have a choice, I picked that and went to a training institution, Kamagamba Adventist College, where I trained for 2 years as a teacher, taught for 2 years. After that, 1.5 years after that, I taught in Oyugis in Homa Bay County, then came back to Nairobi. This is the reason why I came to Nairobi. I had planned to come to Nairobi because growing up I had seen a lot of things that had inspired me. I watch a lot of American media when I was young, American film, music, and general entertainment that inspired me so much to want to become like a successful American. And I knew I'll do this year and then, of course, later fly to the US. For those who know me, they know I don't want to share much about that. So I came back to Nairobi. This is the reason why I came back to Nairobi. As I was teaching in Oyugis in Nairobi County, my Uncle Eric visited. He came home, and man, this guy was looking so well and nice, and I thought, I am going to follow this person. I'm going to go to Nairobi and stay with him maybe for a couple of months as I look for a job and, of course, get to my own place. So another reason why I wanted to stay with him is from all my maternal uncles, and I love them so much. They've been so supportive. Uncle Rick had been so much in touch with Kevin and I. Yeah, we talked a lot when he came back from India, where he'd gone for his undergraduate. He came back, got some little job, and he ensured he supported me with helping my uncle Tom pay my school fees, and of course send some pocket money. So, and he was so close. He'd encourage us and call so much, and I love him so much. He has a special place in my heart. So I came to Nairobi, stayed with him and my aunt, his wife, Aunt Hilda, who supported me for 1 year. And as a lot happened, I became homeless. Now, while I was homeless, there's a way my mom trained me and my brother. We were trained in such a manner that we were not supposed to show that we needed to nag other people to support us, and as long as it was a situation that would not cause you death, you just see how you maneuver ways and get out of it. So I have a foster family. I don't want to call them a foster family, those are my family. So while I was homeless for about a year. When I was in first year, this is the time I joined campus. So I joined campus while I was homeless because I so much wanted to join the University of Nairobi School of Journalism, now the Department of Journalism. And when I was taken, my aunt, especially Aunt Hilda, took me to a church. It's called Nairobi East SDA Church. Nairobi East SDA Church is in Donholm. It's more in Buruburu. It's between Buruburu and Donholm. It's on Jogoo Road, along Jogoo Road, opposite Sitam, Buruburu. So I went to that church. I fell in love with the worship and how things were carried out, and I had these young people, my age mates, who were all in universities, and they were talking big, had parents who were supporting them, and I couldn't contribute to conversations that they were having. Man, I had been in the village for about 10 years, schooled there, though born and raised in Nairobi, but I have to say this, Akina Calvo, Eric, and Papito, and these are people who are out of my league, and I thought, man, for me to conform, for me to feel like I belong in these groups, I have to join the university. So I held some small fundraiser in church, got about 50,000, got a colleague where I was teaching who helped me with about a loan of 50,000. I had this together, paid the University of Nairobi, and I was being paid about 6,000 at the place where I was teaching. So this was not enough for me to get a place to live, support my brother who was still in high school. I was paying his school fees and upkeep, and so it was hard. So what I did, I joined high school. I joined the University of Nairobi School of Journalism. Sorry for the noise. And we started going through school. Man, that noise is just too much. Anyway, I think I'm loud enough. So thank God it's turned off the engine. So after I joined the University of Nairobi School of Journalism, started education, but I was homeless. So while I was homeless, I was sleeping in one of the classrooms where I was teaching. I've just told I was being paid 6,000. People are gonna ask me why did I get a small place from the money I was being paid. In the place where I was teaching, where I was living, you couldn't get a house that was single room or bed sitter that would go lower than 5,000 shillings, and I was being paid 6,000 shillings. So I just used my brain. I thought I could. The school where I was teaching in was as a main house. It was a main house that was turned into a school. So the bathroom was there, the kitchen was there, but I was the class chair for standard 4 pupils, and our classroom was established outside the main house on the veranda there. So it had a door, but it didn't have windows because students were just using it during the day. But then they would be using it during the night. So it was not habitable during the night. But then I don't want to talk about this. I want to talk about this church. Though you can't separate being homeless and the church, because I want to introduce to you how this church helped me. So I was this lively person. I liked to rap, sing. I was always talking, and I would not contribute to conversation that would be so technical, or those which would involve things that I've not experienced, but I would share much about general life and music and rap and hip hop and God, because we were in church, and these are people I was with in church, and we were in a group called Ambassadors. So among the Adventists, there are kids who belong to their own group. Then there are these teenagers, so early 20 youth, pre-youth, just before you get to, there's also the youth group. So we're in the Ambassadors group that involved people who were in their late teens and early 20s. So in the group we had people like Kiriko Bai, who became a brother, Calvo, Papito, Mose, Manu. We had ladies like Priscilla, we had Cheryl, we had Michelle. I mean, these are people I was with in this particular group. So I love their way of life. They're enjoying life. They had parents, and I didn't have this, and this was just so nice. It was a nice feeling. I didn't have it, but I still wanted to share with them. So I joined the university. After joining the university, I kicked off my education. Now, being homeless and getting supported. So things started changing. My friends, those who were close to me, started noticing some changes in me. I wouldn't be as clean as I used to be. I wouldn't contribute to a lot of conversations that we'd have during church, and even off or away from church, because we'd go out or share some time or spend some time at Eric's place in Donham, Eric's family's place in Donham. So there's a particular night. So what I do is that always after coming from church or coming from classes, because I attended the evening classes in Church Nairobi, I'd come back to that particular school where I was teaching in 10 attendance cities. The 10 is a nest just between Umoja and Donham. There's a small estate there called 10. So what happened is my friends started noticing some changes in me. Sometimes I would not come to church, and most of the time I would come to church to get food, because we had some great mothers there. Mama Cheryl, Mama Dan, Mama Aline. We had very great mothers who always carried lunch on church days, and they did not have their own kids eat that, because it was a lot, and they deliberately carried them so that their kids would share that particular food with other youths or kids who would be coming to church and never probably carried their own food. So I used to, in Nairobi, most of these small schools, or basically preschool kids, most of them don't attend classes in the afternoon. So what happens is that they sleep and wait for their nannies and mothers to come and pick them at 3. So in my school, Greenhouse Primary School, in China, the school where I was teaching, that is, I would take those mattresses that were put for kids to sleep, and I would join about 2 and spend in any of the classrooms. Sometimes outside, but it was so cold in the classroom where I was sleeping, so I would use one of the rooms or classrooms in the main house itself. So what happened is that I would sleep between the time I'm from campus, that's about 10, because I attended evening classes that were ending around 8 or 9, then by 10. And most of the time I would walk coming back. I always needed to be saving. Going to town, I'd just spend 10 shillings. Take the 4 travelers, Kayole Mats to PSVs to the CBD, to OTC, and then just walk from OTC to UN about 10 minutes. Wasn't a big deal. So I would now wake up early in the morning, at about 5, leave the school compound and go, probably spend some time at a hotel, have my breakfast, and then walk back to school as if I'm now back from my house, because I need to wake up early enough before teachers or students or pupils started streaming in. Now there's a day now, Eric Wikili started noticing some changes in me, and then he asked me, "Man, are you okay?" It was during the night, and I was just about to go to bed. To go to bed. I mean, I was just about to sleep on those matters that I was using. So it was Wiki who first asked me, "Are you okay, man?" I told him, "I'm okay." "Man, you're not okay. We know you so much, and you need to be open. So if we can help you, we know how to help you." So after, engaging for about 5 to 10 minutes, I gave in and told him straight, flat out, "I am homeless." So 2 words, "I'm homeless." And he told me, I think I noticed something hasn't been well with you, and we're friends, we belong to the same church group, and we need to have this sorted. So Wycliffe, I'm still talking about Nairobi East SDA Church. These are members of Nairobi East SDA Church. So Wycliffe talked to 3 church elders. This were Elder Henry Nyangor, Elder Mutinga, then Elder Tai. Yes, these are 3 people I respect in my life. So Wycliffe shared with him about this, and what happened is they decided to raise some money. Each of them, I think, raised about 5,000, and then asked us to go to Moja and look for a single room where I'd start my life. So we went there. Eric and Wycliffe asked me to go to Moja, look for houses, so just sample a few single rooms, and then I'd let them know if I've done the same, sample those maybe 3 and narrowed to 2 or basically 3, and I'd then take them and ask them to also share their thoughts. So that's what happened. When they paid for one, electricity, water, rent, and the deposit. It was about 15,000. Spent about 13,000 doing that, and then the remaining 2,000 I asked them to also buy something or have for fare. So when I was going to this room that I just found, this single room, Eric's mother, my mom, who later became my mother, for you to understand, this later became my foster mom, but I want you to just call her my mom, and it's a story I'll tell another time. That is Eric's mom, Pamela Ondeke decided she got me all the household stuff or items that I needed to start my life. So all name of the kitchen stuff, utensils, crockery, cutlery, all the utensils and anything else, a gas cylinder, I got a bed, I got a wardrobe that I never had in my life. All the sheets, pillows, a mat, a new bed, a mattress, and anything I needed. So I started my life there. But I stayed here for about 2 months, and I thought, man, I'm not gonna be able to sustain myself here. So what I decided to do, I took my stuff, all this household stuff that were given to me by my mom, and of course other friends also, like Calvus, gave me plates and other kitchen stuff, and some other people, some other friends of mine. So I thought, I'm not going to be able to sustain myself here. So what I need to do is, let me leave this place, get everything out of this place, take them to a cousin's place. I had a cousin, I don't know if I shared this with him. I have a cousin called Eric. We come from the same place. This is my cousin, paternal cousin, Eric Jondiko. So we was just staying close. I didn't share with him that I was homeless even before I got that room. So I decided to take all my things to his house, and I lied to him because I didn't want to have him help me. He probably wasn't prepared. He didn't know how to start. I didn't want to become a burden. So I gave all my stuff to Eric and asked him to keep for me, and lied to him that I was going to Kayole, where not the truth. I lied to him that one of my uncles, was establishing was developing some land there. I needed to be around there to help him because he was not staying around. So I would help him. I would be the go-between, or the middle person between him, my uncle, and the foreman of the fundis that were building there. Just wanted to go back to that classroom and sleep there. I was not paying rent, and I was teaching, and I would eat the food that kids were eating. And I would also keep some little food in my drawer where I sit as a teacher, so that when I would come back from school, that's what I would have for my supper. And so that's what I did. I didn't want to bother nobody. So Nairobi East SDA, through these figures or personalities that I've mentioned, helped me in that particular manner. But then, in a greater way, after some time, my foster mom, Pamela, and Eric, her family, kind of discovered that I was homeless and decided to allow me to stay with them. I'm talking about, these things happened between 2013 and 2021, and I always consider them a very important, they're a very important part of my, growth, education, working, and becoming a human, dependable human being, somebody who can help the society in whatever small way. So from 2014 to 2021, almost 7 years, I stayed with this family, and my foster mom, who was also a member of that church, helped me pay my school fees, and also paid my brothers from 3 school fees and from 4 school fees. And she'd give me that money, and she'd ask me not to send. She'd give me fare and some pocket money, and ask me to go see how my brother is doing in the countryside in Homa Bay. And that church, whenever I am driving along Jogoo Road and I spot it, and I'll just look at that place, or I'm in a public service vehicle, and a lot of great memories, and a lot of reverence to the Lord, and respect for all the members that have supported me and those that are supporting other people. So this is what I want to share with you. I know the video is a bit long, but I acknowledge and appreciate this Church Nairobi East for everything that they've done for me and to me, and for even other people. I'm sure I'm not the only person who's been able to benefit from the greatness of God through that church. So today I want to say thank you to Nairobi SDA Church, where I'm still a member and still will be, because this is where God helped me become myself. Thank you for listening. Let me know your thoughts, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am just rejuvenating or reviving or just rekindling this particular YouTube channel, and I want to share more great stories, not necessarily from me, but even from the story subject that I've been able to cover, their stories or those that I've had. Thank you so much. Take care.